Hi, I'm Leadership Development Coach Kathy Archer. This month we've been looking at goal setting, and I've talked to you about the importance of setting your goals, writing them out, the why. Why are these goals important? We've looked at what are some of the questions you're reviewing this year as you kind of contemplate 2015. And today I want to talk to you about systems in place that you have or that you need to develop to keep your goals in the forefront for the year. Sometimes we call them tracking systems, but I really want to think about them as how do you keep this goal alive all year long? How do you keep it really present in your day to day world? And so there are a number of systems that you can use, and I just want to touch on a few. But before I do, again, I just really want to stress the importance. If you don't keep this goal fresh in your mind, if you don't keep reviewing it, if you don't keep coming back to it, you're going to forget it. And you're going to get midway through the year and you're going to go, what? Why am I not kind of getting results that I was looking for? What was I even working on? And you're going to totally forget about why you were doing what you were doing and what it is that you wanted to be focusing on for the year. So you need to find a system that keeps that goal coming back. I'm going to tell you minimally weekly. You need to be reviewing your goals at least once a week to look at what is it that I'm working on. Remind you again why it's important. And if you haven't seen my last video about whys, go back to it. But really, you need to be looking at when the going gets tough, when it's really hard, that's when you want to have this system in place so that you look down and you go, oh yeah, that's why I'm working on, increasing my skills in this area. That's why it's important that I look at my diet. That's why it's important that I start saving money or develop this certain habit. It's because of this. And so when you have that system in place, it helps you when the going gets really tough to come back to that. Some of the systems that work for people is, simply pen and paper. Take a piece of paper, write out your goals, write out why these are important. Make sure you've noted, what it is that will show that you've achieved the goal and how you're getting there. That's great, but when are you looking at that piece of paper? Where do you store that piece of paper? When do you pull that piece of paper out again? And so the system is the process, the reminder to do it. Perhaps you need to put a reminder in your day timer or an alarm on your cell phone that rings or reminds you to pull that piece of paper out. Some people will write it on a business card, like a recipe card. And you can get some bigger recipe cards or some of those fancier sticky notes. Something that makes it seem a little bit more special, important. But put it beside your bed. Set it in your day timer or on your journal so that it's a place that you are remembering to pull it out on a regular basis. You might want to get a little bit fancier and build an Excel spreadsheet where you've got the goal, the whys, the things that you're working on, the tracking system for have I achieved this, then tick it off. Depends on your personality and your style. I personally use Evernote, and so I pop open Evernote every morning and I have listed in it my goals and I review my goals every morning, just the goal itself as to what I'm doing. So I do mine every morning. The details of the goal I review once a week. So every Sunday morning, I pop open that goal, and Evernote has sort of hyperlinks where I click over and it takes me to the details of that. But I'm able to look at my goal daily to make sure I'm on track. And weekly, I go a little bit deeper into why is this goal important to me? My next steps, because I use GTD method. So I'm always looking at what's the next step that I'm working on. GTD, for those of you that don't know, is getting things done. But you want to make sure that you are on track. There are tons of apps out there that you can use to help you achieve your goals. Some of those apps build community. So if you're looking for an accountability system, there's a system where you put your goals out there and other people are checking back in on you and making sure that you've done it. And perhaps that's what you want to do is you want to build a system in place where you have some accountability. And so who is it that you're accountable to for your goals? Perhaps it's your friend or your partner or your boss. Perhaps you've got your own coach. Perhaps you've developed a network of friends that you've got going that help each other be accountable to the goals that you're working on. The key though is to keep the goal alive. You need to have the goal fresh in your mind daily, weekly at minimum. where you come back to it and you remember what it is that you're working on and why that goal is important and what you need to do to reach it. So develop your system for making your goals stay live all year long, and you will be much more successful at reaching them. Leaders that we are, it's not an either or. You don't have to either have a fun, balanced, healthy life or a career. You can have both. And I really want to encourage you to share this with other women who need to hear that message as well. So make sure you share on Facebook, forward the emails to other people, get them to sign up and get this information as well.